Have you ever found yourself sitting on the edge of your bed in the morning, waiting, trying to summon the strength just to stand up? Do your legs feel just a little weaker than they did last month? Are your arms taking more effort to lift even the lightest things? Maybe you're walking a bit slower, not from pain, but simply because your body doesn't feel as strong anymore. What if I told you this steady decline in strength isn't just about getting older? And more importantly, that what you eat before you go to bed could make all the difference in how strong you feel when you wake up. If any of that sounds familiar, know this: you are far from alone. After the age of 60, it's completely normal to experience a gradual loss of muscle strength. But what most people don't realize is that this muscle loss, called sarcopenia, isn't inevitable. It's not simply a side effect of aging. It's largely about what we do and don't do to support our bodies through this chapter of life. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Your muscles don't only grow stronger from exercise. They actually do their most important work while you sleep. That's when your body rebuilds, repairs, and restores your muscle tissue. But this process can only happen if your body has the right building blocks to work with. And those building blocks? They come from what you eat, but not just any food. The right kind of gentle, muscle-supporting, nourishing foods, eaten at the right time, can quietly help your body recover while you rest. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 4 natural bedtime foods that can help you fight muscle loss, rebuild strength, and help you wake up feeling a little more confident in your body, one peaceful night at a time. And stay with me, because the last food on the list, just 1 spoonful before bed, has a muscle-strengthening impact that might truly surprise you. But before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried a bedtime snack or food that actually helped? You feel stronger or more rested in the morning? If so, share it in the comments. I read every one. And if you're curious about simple, powerful ways to stay strong as you sleep, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to Senior Health Boost so you'll never miss a new tip. Now, let's begin. We'll start with something humble, something green, a little fuzzy on the outside, sweet and tangy on the inside. The kiwi. You might think of kiwi as just a refreshing summer fruit or a bright addition to a fruit salad. But here's what many people don't realize. This small, mighty fruit is a quiet hero when it comes to sleep quality and muscle recovery, especially if you enjoy it at night. Let me tell you a quick story. A gentleman named George, 74 years, old, a retired teacher, widowed, told me something interesting one afternoon over tea. He said, "You know, I don't really sleep through the night anymore, and when I wake up, my body feels stiff, like I've been tensing in my sleep. My legs don't feel steady, my arms don't have the same easy strength they used to have." He assumed this was just normal aging, but I asked him to try one small change. Eat 2 kiwis about an hour before bed every night for 2 weeks. That's it. Now, what happened next? You'll see in just a moment, because this is where the power of kiwi and the science behind it really comes alive. Stay with me, because up next, in the next part of the video, we'll explore why this simple fruit works so well for sleep and muscle repair, and how you can start adding it to your evening routine. Now, after learning how certain foods we thought were healthy could quietly harm the heart, you may be wondering, are there truly foods that can help us heal? The answer is yes, and sometimes they are the simplest, most familiar ones. In fact, there's a small, vibrant fruit that one of my patients, George, swore gave him back the kind of sleep and energy he hadn't felt in years. You wouldn't believe the difference. Not only did George fall asleep faster, something he hadn't done since his late 50s, but he also told me he began waking up feeling lighter, more rested, and more mobile. "I don't creak like an old chair anymore," he laughed. "My legs feel like they belong to me again." What worked this small miracle? Kiwi, yes, simple, delicious kiwi. And when I explain why it works, you'll understand why I encourage so many of my patients at Senior Health Boost to make it a part of their daily routine. First, kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that gently signals your brain it's time to sleep. Many people take melatonin pills, but kiwi offers a food-based version that your body absorbs naturally and uses in harmony with its own rhythms. Several clinical studies have shown that eating kiwi before bed improves both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults whose natural melatonin production has slowed with age. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. Deep, restful sleep is when your body does its most important repair work, including for your muscles and cardiovascular system. While you sleep, your body rebuilds worn tissues, balances hormones, restores immune defenses, and strengthens the very muscles that help you stay mobile and independent. But here's the key. Your body can only perform these vital functions if you reach those deeper stages of sleep. And that's exactly what kiwi helps unlock. Now, beyond melatonin, kiwi is also a powerhouse of antioxidants, rich in vitamins C and E. Why does this matter so much for seniors? As we age, our muscles and blood vessels become more prone to oxidative stress, a fancy term for the internal rusting that comes from everyday exposure to toxins, stress, and natural aging. This oxidative stress leads to inflammation, stiffness, soreness, and the general feeling of being slowed down. Antioxidants are the body's cleanup crew. They help sweep away damaged molecules so your muscle cells can focus on recovery instead of constantly putting out fires. But the benefits of kiwi don't stop there. It is also an excellent source of potassium, a mineral critical for proper muscle contractions and smooth nerve signaling. Maintaining healthy potassium levels helps prevent nighttime leg cramps, a common and painful issue many seniors face. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with one of those sharp, twisting calf cramps, you know how valuable this can be. Better still, kiwi is easy to digest and won't spike your blood sugar. While it tastes naturally sweet, it has a low glycemic index, making it safe for those managing diabetes or watching their insulin levels. It's also naturally low in sodium, an important consideration for those managing high blood pressure. Now, how should you enjoy this little powerhouse? It's simple. About an hour before bedtime, peel and enjoy 2 ripe kiwis. Eat them slowly, perhaps while unwinding with a book or listening to some calming music. Think of it as a small but meaningful ritual, one that signals to your body. Rest is coming, healing is coming. Of course, listen to your body. While kiwi is gentle for most people, a few individuals with sensitive stomachs may experience mild discomfort due to its fruit acids. If that happens, simply enjoy it earlier in the evening or pair it with a small serving of yogurt to balance the acidity. Now that we've explored the quiet power of kiwi, a gentle way to slip into better sleep and support recovery, you may be wondering, what else can I add to my evening routine to support muscle health and vitality? Well, let's turn now to something a little more familiar, something you've likely cracked open at one point or another, perhaps with toast in the morning or nestled into a favorite family recipe. Yes, I'm talking about eggs. Now you might be thinking, eggs before bed? It's true. We mostly think of eggs as a breakfast staple. But here's the surprising part. An egg before bed can do something pretty remarkable for your body, especially if you're over 60 and working to preserve strength, balance, and muscle tone. You see, the magic of eggs lies in more than just their rich protein content, though they certainly are an excellent source. Eggs contain what nutrition experts call a complete protein, meaning they provide all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. And they're particularly high in leucine, an amino acid that plays a key role in triggering muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds and strengthens muscle tissue. Think of it like this. When you eat an egg, your body receives a very clear message. It's time to rebuild. And here's where it gets especially important for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to small amounts of protein. A 25-year-old can eat a modest portion of chicken or fish and still trigger muscle repair. But for someone over 60, the threshold is higher. You need a slightly larger and higher quality dose of protein, particularly leucine-rich protein, to get the same benefits. That's why eggs are such a fantastic choice. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, plus roughly 500 to 600 milliliters of leucine, enough to meaningfully contribute to overnight muscle repair. And that muscle repair doesn't just happen in your legs or arms. It also helps maintain the core muscles that support your posture, balance, and ability to move independently. For older adults, this is vital because preserving muscle mass is one of the most important factors for reducing fall risk, maintaining independence, and feeling strong well into your later years. But the benefits of eggs go even further. They're also rich in vitamin D, which supports calcium absorption and muscle contraction, and vitamin B12, essential for nerve health and energy metabolism. And here's an added bonus. Eating an egg before bed also helps stabilize blood sugar overnight. The protein and healthy fats in eggs slow the release of glucose into your bloodstream, which helps prevent blood sugar dips that can disrupt sleep and leave you waking up groggy. So how can you enjoy eggs in the evening? You don't need to make a full meal. A simple boiled egg, a small scrambled egg with herbs, or even a poached egg over some lightly sautéed greens can make a wonderful muscle-supporting evening snack. Again, moderation is key. For most healthy seniors, enjoying one egg per day is perfectly safe and offers numerous benefits. If you have existing heart conditions or concerns about cholesterol, consult your doctor. Many recent studies now show that moderate egg consumption is generally safe even for those managing heart health. Now that we've explored the combined benefits of kiwi and eggs, both powerful allies for sleep, muscle recovery, and vitality, you might be wondering, what other foods can I easily incorporate into my evening or daily routine to continue supporting my muscles, my strength, and my overall well-being? Well, in the next section, we'll explore a group of simple yet incredibly nutrient-dense foods that can quietly transform your muscle and nerve health and help you feel stronger and more capable day after day. Stay with me because the next tip might surprise you. Now, as we've seen, adding a simple soft-boiled egg before bedtime can give your body the steady, gentle fuel it needs to recover overnight. But what if I told you that another small, often overlooked food, one that fits in the palm of your hand, can do just as much to relax your muscles, calm your nerves, and help you wake up with a smile? That brings us perfectly to our next powerful nighttime food, pumpkin seeds. You might think of them as a garnish for a salad or something you toss in trail mix. But for your muscles and sleep, pumpkin seeds, yes, those little green pepitas, are a quiet powerhouse. I want to tell you about my friend Harold. He's 72, a retired gardener who has spent decades nurturing flowers and vegetables with hands that still show the strength of his craft. Yet not long ago, Harold came to me with a concern that many seniors share. "Doc, I get a full night of sleep, but I wake up with my legs stiff and tight, like I ran a marathon in my dreams." We took a close look at his nightly habits. His bedtime was consistent. His sleep was decent. But one key piece was missing: magnesium, the muscle relaxation mineral. You see, magnesium is crucial for helping muscles fully relax during the night. Without enough of it, your muscles may remain in a low-grade state of tension. You wake up not because you didn't sleep enough, but because your muscles never fully let go. And here's the beauty of pumpkin seeds. They're one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. Just one small handful, about 1 ounce, provides nearly 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's remarkable for something so small and easy to add to your routine. When Harold started adding pumpkin seeds to his evening snack, not much, just a small serving, around 7 or 8 p.m., something changed. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "I can't believe it, Doc. I'm waking up without that tight feeling in my legs. I feel more rested." And the benefits don't stop there. Pumpkin seeds are also one of the few foods that naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin, which elevates your mood, and then into melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. That means this little seed is working on 2 fronts, supporting your muscles with magnesium, supporting your sleep through natural melatonin production, and for seniors, this combination is golden. Think about it. How many times have you tossed and turned or woken up too early, unable to fall back asleep? Poor sleep makes muscle cramps more likely, and tight muscles make it harder to sleep. It becomes a frustrating cycle. Pumpkin seeds can help break that cycle. They also provide zinc, which supports immune health, especially important. After 60 bars, healthy fats, which reduce muscle inflammation. Plant-based protein, which supports overnight muscle repair. And here's something many of my patients love. They're easy to eat. No cooking, no prep. Just a small handful as a snack an hour before bed. Pair them with a small piece of fruit, if you like. Apples, pears, or berries go beautifully, and you've got a nighttime ritual that truly works for your body. But as with all good things, balance matters. If you have trouble with digestion or watching calories, start with a half-ounce portion. See how your body responds, and always choose unsalted raw or dry roasted pumpkin seeds. Salted versions can contribute to dehydration and muscle cramps, the very thing we're trying to avoid. And one more tip, consistency is key. Eating pumpkin seeds once a week won't give you the results we're after, but a small daily or near-daily portion can gradually restore your magnesium stores and help regulate your sleep hormones. It's simple, it's natural, and it works. Now, we've talked about eggs and we've talked about pumpkin seeds. Each brings unique benefits to your muscles and sleep. But what if we added one more tool, a food rich in not just 1 or 2 helpful nutrients, but a whole spectrum designed to calm your nerves, nourish your muscles, and support deep recovery? Through the night? That's exactly where we're headed next. Because the next food on our list is one that's often overlooked, yet it may be the missing piece that helps you wake up with stronger legs, a steadier step, and greater confidence to move freely again. You're still watching at this point, thank you for your patience and dedication to your own well-being. Please leave a number 3 in the comments below so I know you're with me on this journey. And now, let's continue. You won't want to miss this next muscle-loving food. Now, as we just explored how pumpkin seeds can become a powerful nighttime ally for your muscles and sleep, it's time to move on to one of the most overlooked, yet incredibly effective foods for maintaining muscle mass as we age. And trust me, this next food may not win any awards for glamour. It's not sweet, it's not crunchy, it doesn't come in vibrant colors, but when it comes to giving your muscles exactly what they need during the critical nighttime window of repair, this humble option is a true champion. Let's talk about cottage cheese. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, wait, cottage cheese? Isn't that something my grandmother used to eat? Or maybe you've tried it once, weren't a fan of the texture, and haven't looked at it since. But I'm here to ask you to take a second look, because behind that simple, lumpy appearance lies one of the best muscle-supporting foods you can include in your diet, especially before bed, and especially after 60. Here's why. Cottage cheese is rich in a special type of protein called casein. And casein works very differently than the proteins you get from foods like chicken, fish, or even eggs. Those proteins are great during the day. They're fast digesting, meaning your body breaks them down and uses them fairly quickly after you eat them. But casein? It's a slow digesting protein. When you eat cottage cheese, the casein it contains releases amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, gradually over the course of several hours. So, while you sleep, your body doesn't burn through it right away. Instead, you get a steady, gentle stream of muscle-nourishing amino acids throughout the night. Now, why is this so important? Because when we sleep, that's when our body does the bulk of its repair work. It's when muscle tissue heals. It's when strength is rebuilt. It's when we recover from the day's stresses. But, and here's the key point, if your bloodstream doesn't have enough available amino acids during this repair window, your body has to pull them from somewhere. And where does it pull them from? Your muscles. That's right. Without enough circulating amino acids, your body may actually start to break down your hard-earned muscle tissue to fuel other vital processes during sleep. That's the last thing you want. Especially if you're already dealing with age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, which starts accelerating after 50 and can rapidly erode strength and independence if not addressed. Now, picture this. Instead of waking up a little weaker every morning, you're giving your body the exact raw materials it needs to build muscle while you sleep. That's exactly what a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese before bed can do. It provides a steady trickle of amino acids into your bloodstream during those critical nighttime hours. No sugar spikes, no heavy feeling in the stomach, just smooth, sustained nourishment for your muscles, and the benefits go even further. Cottage cheese is also naturally high in calcium, which supports muscle contraction and bone health. It contains vitamin B12, essential for proper nerve function and muscle signaling, and it delivers phosphorus, another mineral crucial for energy production and skeletal strength. Now, you might be wondering, how much should I eat? You don't need a giant bowl. In fact, about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup before bed is plenty. If you'd like to make it even more enjoyable, you can pair it with a few berries for a touch of natural sweetness, or sprinkle a bit of cinnamon on top for flavor and added blood sugar support. Just make sure to choose low sodium or no salt added cottage cheese if you're watching your blood pressure. And if you're lactose intolerant or sensitive to dairy, there are also some casein-rich plant-based options on the market now. Check with your dietitian or doctor to find what works best for you. One more note. Consistency is key. Eating cottage cheese once a week won't do much. But making it part of your regular nighttime routine, that's when you'll start to see and feel the difference. Many of my patients report that after just a couple of weeks, they sleep more soundly and wake up feeling more refreshed. Notice fewer aches and stiffness in the morning. Feel a gradual return of muscle tone and strength. Have more endurance for daily activities like walking, climbing stairs, or gardening, and over time, this translates into something even more valuable, preserving independence and vitality well into later years. Because let's face it, as we age, maintaining muscle mass is not about vanity. It's about being able to carry your groceries. It's about getting up from a chair without struggle. It's about playing with your grandkids. It's about living fully and actively on your own terms. So don't underestimate this quiet nighttime ally. With its slow-digesting casein protein, steady muscle nourishment, and added benefits for bone and nerve health, cottage cheese deserves a regular place on your menu, especially in your evening routine. Now, before we move on, here's a quick tip. If you've tried cottage cheese before and didn't enjoy it plain, experiment with mixing it into other recipes. You can blend it into a smoothie, use it as a creamy topping for fruit, stir it into oatmeal, or even mix it with herbs and spices to create a savory dip. There are endless ways to enjoy it. And once you start seeing the benefits, you'll be glad you gave it another shot. And speaking of benefits, up next, we'll take everything we've learned about supporting stronger muscles after 60 and bring it all together into a simple, actionable plan you can start using today. So stay with me. We're about to make this practical, doable, and life-changing. If you've been following along with me, you now understand just how powerful small, thoughtful actions can be for your body, especially when it comes to building strength and resilience after 60. And nothing illustrates that better than what my dear friend Martha experienced. At 76, Martha is as sharp and spirited as ever. But a few months ago, she noticed a troubling shift. Her legs were getting weaker. Climbing stairs became harder. Getting out of the car required more effort. She heard the same answer many seniors do. It's just part of aging, but something about that didn't sit right with her, and it shouldn't sit right with you either. So we made one tiny change, nothing fancy, nothing expensive. Just a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, a few spoonfuls, about 30 minutes before bed. Within 3 weeks, she called me, voice glowing. It's like my body finally got the memo. I wake up with more energy, I feel stable again. That's the quiet magic of giving your body what it's been missing. You see, cottage cheese is loaded with leucine, the same muscle-activating amino acid found in eggs, except cottage cheese delivers it slowly, over several hours. Imagine it this way. Eating eggs gives your muscles a quick push during the day, while cottage cheese provides a gentle, steady stream of support as you sleep. It's like a trusted friend keeping watch through the night. And there's more. If you're watching your blood sugar, here's some great news. Plain low-fat cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates. It won't spike insulin levels or cause a nighttime crash. In fact, the protein may actually help stabilize blood. Sugar while you sleep, a huge benefit for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes. Concerned about sodium? No problem. Low-sodium varieties are easy to find these days. Watching your heart health? Opt for low-fat or 1% versions to keep saturated fat in check. You're not sacrificing flavor. You're giving your body exactly what it needs. And speaking of flavor, how should you enjoy it? Some folks love cottage cheese as it is. Others mix in banana slices, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even leftover kiwi. The key here is simple. This isn't a full meal. It's a signal to your body. A quiet message that says, repair, rebuild. I'm giving you what you need, and the beauty of it, no prep, no cooking, no mess. Just open the container, grab a spoon, and nourish yourself, gently, effectively. Here's what I want you to remember. Many seniors believe they have to make massive, exhausting changes to regain strength. They imagine grueling workouts, complicated meal plans, expensive supplements. But the truth is, strength after 60 is built on consistency in the small things. It's about knowing what your body needs and giving it at the right time, in the right way. At bedtime, a simple spoonful of cottage cheese is like giving your muscles a goodnight hug, a reassuring touch that says, I've got you. So, as we close today, take a gentle breath with me. You don't need to flip your entire life upside down. You don't need to chase perfection. You don't need to fight aging with loud, dramatic gestures. What your body truly needs, especially now, is consistency, nourishment, and kindness. Tonight, that kindness might be as simple as peeling a kiwi, boiling an egg, enjoying a spoonful of cottage cheese, or savoring a few pumpkin seeds before lights out. These aren't just bedtime snacks. They're acts of love toward your future self. They calm your nervous system, feed your muscles, deepen your sleep, and support stronger mornings. With each small evening ritual, you remind your body, you still matter. You are still strong. You are still capable of rebuilding. Because, here's the truth, my friend, muscle loss is not inevitable. It is reversible. It is preventable. And it begins with giving your body what it has been quietly asking for, not through loud, overwhelming means, but through simple, loving steps. So, tonight, instead of going to bed thinking your strength is slipping away, you can rest knowing your body is rebuilding softly, steadily while you sleep. Now, if this video brought you even a spark of hope or a few new ideas to try, I'd love to hear from you. What bedtime food are you most curious to try first? Leave a comment below. I read every word. Your story just might inspire someone else in our Senior Health Boost family, and if you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe to Senior Health Boost. Together, we're building something truly special, a place where growing older means growing wiser, stronger, and more connected each and every day. Until next time, rest well. Nourish yourself with kindness, and wake up stronger, because you've earned it. See you in the next video.